Alright, so this is a devlog video. We'll be explaining like the process of the game, what's going on, what's changed since our first initial concepts, and how the game is going overall. So I hope this. So the most asked question about the game is like the release date. Like, to be honest, a lot of like games. I mean, we all know this with anime devs, or even just other devs in general. When they give a release date, it never really reaches that target. Things get delayed, issues happen. So I don't want to give any concrete dates until a week of release, similar to how I planned RPG's 2 release date by doing it in a week in advance. So, but for people wondering why the game is taking a while, it's mainly because I want this to be like my send off to like the trilogy, right? So, most people don't know there's a Demon Slayer RPG one. There is a second one. Everyone knows about that, especially if you're watching the video. But you know, every installment, they're very different. RPG 1 was a PvP progression type of game. RPG 2 was a PvE progression, though it was very bad looking back, but you know, it lived due to the PvP community. And for this game, I just want it to be the best game I can make at this current point. So I've learned a lot about this game. Like, not about this game, but I've learned a lot about development, way more than I have in any of my previous projects. The original concept of the game, when I first brought it up to development with my team, was to recreate RPG 2 with new graphics and updated combat. Over time, we decided to change that course and make an entire new game out of it, not trying to recreate the previous games like RPG 1 or RPG 2. This game is way bigger than all my previous games. Like, we want to fill in as much content and mechanics as possible. And even post-release, we want to update the mechanics, like adding things such as skill upgrades, skill mastery system, and even using items to configure your skills to give new effects. And with these changes, we looked back on certain aspects we made, such as NPCs, for example. Our old NPCs were alright, but we recoded them, remade them from scratch. As you can see here, I'll be posting a few model images of the NPCs. We wanted to create NPCs that are way more diverse than their initial ones. And originally, most of the NPCs were just going to be R6 characters with some different skills and such. But we thought, since, you know, we want to release the best quality we can just make custom models, make them truly unique, how they fight, different gimmicks, different weaknesses. So those are the few changes we've made in the past 3 to 4 months. Though our previous NPCs were alright, they were like acceptable, we just want to go beyond that, and we just wanted to make something that is memorable, that stands out. So these changes will greatly enhance the experience, in my personal belief. To show the development journey of the game, I'm going to show off the old NPC and show you a new footage of the new NPCs. To make the comparison fair, they'll both be R6. Not only did we make the NPCs better in terms of playstyle and gameplay, but as you can see in this footage, the optimization for the NPCs has also been greatly increased. Prior with the old NPC systems, there would be quite a bit of performance issues with several NPCs if they were to attack a player at once. But as you can see here, the ping and the FPS and the gameplay overall is super smooth, even with, I don't even know, all these NPCs. I can't really count. I guess if you want to count, you can go ahead. But yeah, so a lot of these reworks and such are not just for gameplay differences, but when they are reworked, they're also built for optimization to make sure the game is smooth as possible. Also, for another change we made, each NPC will have a second variation. So if you look at games similar to Deep Open, where they have, let's say, Shaco, and then they got a corrupted Shaco, the only thing that changes is the health and damage output. We wanted to take a similar concept to that, but instead of just increasing the damage or making them just stronger, they have a different style of combat or like a unique mechanic with them. Oh my god. Oh my god. So you can see, like, even when we do a mob, we want to just add a few more variations, just to give like a bit more content for NPC variety in the game. That's enough NPCs. So there's also been like a few changes with progression. Originally, like I said, it was going to be similar to RPG 2 with quests, but now we believe in a more open world progression, similar to games like Red Dead Redemption, Breath of the Wild, and things like that. So when you're roaming around the map, we want things to happen that pop up that aren't, you know, needed to pick up a quest for, and how players tackle these types of like encounters will be based on the reputation system we have. So there's good and bad reputation, and for most events, not all though, most events there'll be two routes. You can go the good route or the bad route. So I will show off an example of one of many encounters in the game. So that's an example of many open world random encounters in the game. There are also many other ways to progress, such as crafting or even exploring itself, not even relating to these encounters and such. But the way you progress is entirely up to your playstyle. If you'd also like to do PvP like bounty missions and such, there are also those options as well. Now I'll talk about what's the current goal of the development of the game. So firstly, we have to finish the new NPCs. There's not much left to do. Realistically, the main part is just waiting for animation assets for these mobs, and once they're done, they don't take very long to implement in the game. We've already got a few of them done, such as the wolf, the shadow demons, the explosives, the different variations of those, the bandits, the hybrid demons, the normal demons, and many other NPCs. So that will be the first objective. Next, I want to just update some of my order mechanics, such as the item spawning system. Previously, I mean, it works, it does well, but I kind of want to just add extra layers to it, add extra features. So, for example, if you see this, right, this is a item, that Midnight Flower, which is used for a demon revert potion, right? Prior, it would just have a random chance at night, but with this new system, for example, with the updated mechanics, which is being worked on right now, certain items will spawn better in certain months, even on certain days. So you can see here, the Midnight Flower spawns better in July and December, so it has a 2 times higher rate, and then it has another 20% higher rate if it's on the day of July 15th and December 25th, for example. So little mechanics like that, you know, don't take too long to do. I would like to rework as well before the release. Then the rest of the development would just be like filling out the map with the new content, the random events, the NPCs, etc. Since there have been some map changes since the prior release, and obviously the old NPCs have been scrapped, so we'd want to place new ones around, and hopefully by then, with all these types of changes and all these types of stuff, we can get ready for the release of the game. Thank you for everyone waiting patiently. I appreciate the wait. I know it's taking a bit longer than expected, but I hope this video kind of proves like the new stuff is worth waiting for. And for the rest of the video, I'm just going to show off some concept arts of the characters. So as you guys know, we do not use Demon Slayer characters for copyright reasons. This game is just inspired by Demon Slayer. We got our own skills, our own things like that, own mechanics, etc. So for the rest of the video, I'm going to show off some concept art and credits in the link of the description for the people who made it.